enjoying the sunshine with a picnic today. Phil Vickery's helping you make the ultimate alfresco meal.
Right.
Before we start,
have a look at this. So, they're very simple recipes, but they're loaves, which any loaf will do, including a sweet loaf, like a brioche. You can do one with clotted cream stuff, and you can do all various fillings. Now, this came, when I was a young lad at home, my mum would have a stale loaf at the end of the week, and she'd cut it up, and she would put it back in the oven, and said it replenished itself, and it did. She'd sprinkle the water. So moving that on a little bit, I thought we'd just make a layered sandwich. Now, you've got a couple here, so very simple. Now, I'm using a long loaf here. You can use a cob loaf or a round loaf or a bloomer. It's up to you. And what you do, you cut it into 4 or 5 pieces. You can get a little taste of that as you go along.
I'm going to go for it.
Now, what you need to do is have some sort of lubricant, shall we say. So I sometimes use olive oil. I sometimes use hummus. I'll use pesto, something to go on the bread. Butter's fine, margarine's fine, and then the layering up is exactly what you want. So this one here, for instance, I've got plum tomatoes, peppers, which are out of a jar. You can roast them, it's up to you. But I've also got hummus and pesto.
So is that one loaf or...?
This is one loaf.
I've never seen this
6 to 8 people
being done ever.
So I've started this one. So let's show the innards of this one. So each layer is spread with hummus. This is just a Moroccan hummus. Again, you're using it a bit like butter. Mayonnaise.
But you need a fair bit of oil to get to soak into the bread, don't you?
You do, but we'll come on to that in a minute, Dermot, because...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Because when you put things like pesto on, it's quite oily anyway. Now, the secret is, once you put this all onto here...
Oh, that looks lovely.
You can then just add really whatever you want. Now, the one that you've got there, first of all, has tomatoes and peppers, mozzarella. Again, we'll put it in here because when it actually cools down, it goes quite stringy, so it holds it all together. And to that, I'm also going to add a bit of Parma ham or air-dried ham onto the next level.
So tasty.
With a little bit of chorizo or salami or whatever you want.
Wow.
Pepperoni, do the same thing.
You just change it up, can't you? Put a bit of chicken if you want.
You do. And then what you need to do is season each layer. This is really important. You season each layer with salt and pepper because it does tend to become a little bit tasteless if you're not careful. And then what you just layer it up. So that one goes onto here, like so.
Look at the size of this.
Yeah. And this one goes onto here.
Oh, my
God.
God.
So now the magic happens.
And that one goes onto there.
Because
Now, what you need to do is to press this. Okay, be quite brutal with it. So if I just turn it around, you'll see. So be quite brutal.
Even if it starts coming out
Yeah,
the side.
don't worry about that.
Ah, your old days on the site.
Yeah.
The old bricklayer coming back.
And then, what you must do, wrap it in foil.
It's getting a bit windy out here.
It's a bit... hold that there. Hold that there, that's it. Right, so you put that one on there like that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that, get rid of that. Keith Floyd style. And then this one will lift up again. There we go, like that. OK. Now, here's the thing. You then wrap this in foil, OK? And then once that's wrapped, you then become very brutal with it.
OK.
And press it right down. Squashing it, yeah. Squash it down as tight as you can. It's really important, because if you don't, at the end, when you cut it, it'll fall apart.
Oh, OK.
So you then squeeze this right down, like that, OK? In the oven, 180, 200, for around about 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So you'll heat everything up, so the hummus...
And it's cooking all the
Correct.
inside.
And then it soaks into the bread. So when we said about earlier on it being slightly dry, all the oil will go into the bread. So it looks like it's quite dry at the start, but that's really important that you squeeze that down, because if you don't, it will fall apart.
Phil, to go back just a step, when you said to your mother, and I've done this a few times, what's the best way to freshen up bread? Is it a bit of water on the top?
Yes. So things like baguettes, like this one here, just sprinkle it with a bit of water, hot oven, 5 minutes, take it out, it comes back. It will go crispier, but it certainly brings it back. But you need to just sprinkle a bit of water. We used to do it
How
in the
much water are
restaurant.
we talking? How much water are we talking? Like?
Oh, just a little, literally a sprinkle, like, literally pick it up and just dot it on like that. This one...
Yeah. That baguette.
This one's plastic.
It's been there a while, to be fair, Phil.
You might have a bit of trouble with that one. Actually, I probably might melt. But anyway, now over here... Thanks, Barry. Right, let's move in here. So this one here, this is a vegetarian one, so or meat-free one. So in here, I'm using mayonnaise as the base, coriander, peppers again. So each layer has a mayonnaise, tomatoes, coriander, a little bit of sweet corn, and I'm using a vegan cheese here, a vegan smoked cheese, which I want you to taste.
It's really good.
This is vegan cheese?
It's a vegan smoked cheese.
Thank you.
And it actually works really quite well.
That's nice.
Again, same principle.
Never know, would you?
Oh, it's delicious.
It's the same principle.
Bavarian smoked cheese, isn't it?
Yeah. So the principle is, once that's done, and then when they come out of the oven...
One.
Try that one.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Now,
I'm all over it.
To say here is, again, when it comes out the oven, you repress it again, because it will contract slightly. You've got to keep pressing it. So you look at that one there. Look at how that's compact. You can see that one there, can't you? That one there, and see that one there. So then what you do with a sharp knife, I'm going to cut this one now. And this is, you'll see that you've done a sharp knife.
Oh, that looks great.
You can just cut that open like that. And the whole point being is that you're making one meal for everyone.
So you say, sorry, how do you get it out of the foil and into the grease-proof and the...
Oh, that's just a bit trendy.
But does it keep its shape when you get it?
Yeah, because you've pressed it again, remember? So you pressed it and you chill it at that point there. And then when when my kids were little, one wouldn't eat this, one wouldn't eat that. So what we used to make 2 loaves, one that all of them liked, one that we liked, and they cut it up so there's something for everyone.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's that one, and this one here, we just break this open again.
My mind's already thinking about what I'm going to put in mine. I think chicken, salami, tomato. I love the corn.
The corn works well. Now, I think things like frozen corn. I use frozen beans sometimes as well, all frozen peas as well. Another great tip, we used to do a chopped salad, and we use all frozen vegetables, and you put frozen beans, spoon of mayonnaise, frozen peas, spoon of mayonnaise, frozen sweet corn, and then as they defrost, the mayonnaise defrosts with the water into a dressing. Oh, wow. So you can do the same thing, the same principle happens for them.
Anything, given that you're heating it up, is there anything you shouldn't be putting in it?
Not really.
No.
Basically, it goes. I'd steer clear of things like fish, possibly, only because it does fall apart, and also you've got to make sure you cook it right the way through, but pretty much you're OK.
Such a good idea to go for a picnic, isn't it, with your family?
Correct. Yeah.
Chop it up.
It is a bit of work the day before, I understand.
You wouldn't do tuna with it?
Tuna fish, well, canned tuna probably.
That would be nice, actually.
But then again, it still breaks into it. But the whole point being is that you make it the day before. On the day, there's no hassle. You take it, take a sharp knife, and everyone's happy.
Just love it.
Now, later on, I've got to tell you, we're going to make an ice cream that actually uses no eggs whatsoever. That's some fruits with a cream chocolate sauce. And that is a fruit-based ice cream that uses meringue and cream only. And that's it. Whisk it up in the oven there. There you go.
Amazing, Phil.
We're a bit quick on that one, but
you've done it again.
You've actually demolished yours.
It's really tasty.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Really
I loved it.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you so much.
For all the details of today's recipe and more delicious ideas from our chefs, download the free This Morning app.